for all tuning in. Yo, I represent Philly Cam. Distinguishment of my voice is obvious who I am. James Hatcher, the host that give you food for thought. Deliver you the message like the money out the vault. Worthy discussion, live performance with special guests. Collaborate, communities, well-being, we invest. WPPM, don't forget the LP, 106.5 FM, also broadcast TV, Comcast Xfinity, channel 66 and 966, got you all up in the mix. And if you don't got that, just switch to Verizon, Fios 29 and 30, that'll get you vibing. Roku, Apple TV, even on demand, Direct TV joining us, it's the perfect plan. And if you don't got cable TV, justify the means, go to phillycam.org live stream. I welcome all attendees for tuning in to this televised FM radio special titled Food for Thought, in which we represent individuals that are artistically inspired to express purpose in a way that resonates amongst the occupants within the communities involved. So in this episode of the televised FM radio special titled Food for Thought, the theme of the conversational topic is the influential significance of being part of a collective. For an observer engaging attentively within their environment, every interaction projecting from that individual outwardly is reflective of the character initiating from the innermost awareness of being. And that is the food for thought of this episode. We will now take a short music intermission and then return with our featured special guest.
Baby got me in my feelings, now I'm blowing. Sabotage me. You controlling. The sabotage you good girl, you can find me with your power where we're holding. Your last can get me. I'll be floating on the clouds when I see you walk in the room. Come and sit next to me. Fall apart. Can we go back to the start? What times it felt the same for me. Feels like you want to say bye, love. Won't you send me a reply, love? And now you want to feel on my love. Got me feeling. Oh no. Well, love is what we fight against and make it like a movie. Surprising with the strategy to mentally ignore me. Emotions got you feeling like you're turning to someone else. How you gonna morph into yourself? I did nothing. But somebody else is gonna love you better. Ain't nobody else gonna go to total, your. I just raised the bar, I just made it hard. Ooh, emotions got you feeling, go to different places. You're changing different bursts and analogies, baby. I'll go where you want me to go. Just need to know exactly where you want me to go. My love, my love, my love. Got me feeling emotions, baby.
All right, now we are back on WPPM 106.5 FM. I am the host that goes by the name of James Hatcher. You are attending the televised FM radio special Food for Thought. Okay, so joining me now is a musical composer whose song emphasizes the reason why music can enhance the meaning of life itself. His ability to produce multiple musical vocal sounds appealingly makes his style seem not only sincere, but also symbiotic between him and the one who experiences and listens to his music. So, without any further anticipation, I invite this special guest to introduce himself.
Hello, my name is Brendan James, singer-songwriter, producer, also philanthropist based in Brooklyn, New York, and I'm excited to be here with you today.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you here,
Yes,
my man,
thank you.
and everything like that. So I got some questions and some inquiries so that we can acquaint with who you are and your personality as a music artist. All right, so as a songwriter and composer of lyrical content,
Yeah.
what category of genre would you best define your style of music to be as?
James, that's an incredible question. The route that I've decided to take with the debut of my project Focus was something that kept me outside of a box more so.
Okay.
What I was finding is that I would say R&B. Technically speaking, that's what I grew up listening to, and also gospel music. But I wanted to test boundaries with my first project, so I kind of look at it as a collective project that pulls from different styles of music to make this a comprehensive body of work. And the reason why I did that is because I think we live in a time where diversity is so important and making everybody feel like they're included in conversations. And I wanted this to be a diaspora of music that if you were an alternative rock listener, or if you, because I have a song called Feel Alive that is an alternative rock song.
Okay.
Or if you wanted to do emo, R&B, just kind of like switch it up a little bit and give you variety, because I feel like we live in a unique time where you have that access to be able to do it, and it's just incredible. Like, because if I was in the era of 1999, I probably would be doing R&B music because labels used to put people in boxes that way.
Right.
And now you hear artists now that years later, they're like, I wish I would have, had more control over my music, because this is the kind of artist I would have been. So I think it's great being an independent artist to come out and say, this is the direction I want to take, and this is what I want to do for my career. So I would say I'm a multi-genre.
Multi-genre. Hey, that's a good enough answer for me, because it's not, you have your own distinctive sound.
Yeah.
But you could familiarize it with various different forms of genre.
Yeah.
So just as long as you have that distinctiveness, that's what it really matters and everything. All right. Yeah. So when you compose a song, is there any intention to make the message within the song more impressionable than the melody that is sung over? Or is the melody behind the vocals intended to be more impressionable? If both the melody and the message is equally essential to produce an appealing song, what is the process to make sure that the message and the melody are so balanced that the listeners could either remember the lyrics and sing along as if the song was their own, or they can eternally tune in the melody as if they could hear it inwardly?
Ooh, that's a good question. I've always started my songwriting with a melody, and I learned this from the greatest that I think as a songwriter, Michael Jackson. He always emphasized melody, like even songs like you've seen him in documentaries where he talks about how he created the Thriller album and how he was driving, I think in Rodeo Drive in California or somewhere, and that melody came to his head, and he just instantly goes and gets a cassette tape recorder and records that melody. And the melody is just something that you kind of grab, and I feel like that's downloaded into you from,
it opens
from
you
God.
Up.
Yeah.
You think it opens you up?
It absolutely does. It absolutely
certain
does.
Way of thinking or mind frame.
It does. And I also think that it's a way of God downloading that into you. It's something that not everybody gets that from. So I think it's a special thing when it does happen. For an artist, because there are plenty of artists that go and find a songwriter to give you all of that. But like, I understand what Michael Jackson means with that, because I also hear melodies as well. And I try to grab them first before I even start writing.
It brings out your emotions a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It brings out your emotion, and also it's the thing that people do remember. It's a, like if it like I'm sure you've heard of, if a 5-year-old can remember it and it's something that they can recite over and over again, then it's probably going to stick.
I think it's also easy when you listen to melodies and you tend to write over it. The melodies, it kind of like brings out your emotions to the point where you can express it a little bit more easier in words.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, you could feel it. It's more organic. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. So, do you consider yourself as being a songwriter and a performing artist as a means to build a marketable source of income? Is it a instinctive way of expressing yourself as an aspect of your life, or both? How important is it to not only view it as a lifestyle but also as a business?
Yeah,
what you do.
The goal is it will start to pay money. Right now, I'm doing it for the love of it, and because I want to share my story with people. And I think that gives me value. It's not monetary value, but it's an enrichment to others that hear my music, and like you were saying, they can hear the message behind what Focus is about. That's the connection that I want to make now, but in the end I do want to make a business behind it. I carry myself on social media and when I'm out doing performances as if I'm a business, because that's what I want to attract. So you be what you want to attract in life. Right. And even though it's not making money right now, like there's ways to get it, but I just want to already have an idea of what I want to accomplish.
I think the way you lay out your platform and everything already shows that you have a business mind, and you have to look at it as an investment.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because some individuals don't know how to invest in themselves to the point where it will cause that domino effect and, get you that benefit. So, speaking of, we can get into a song.
Okay, let's get it.
So, what song would you like to get into?
I have a song called Focus that I absolutely adore singing live, and I think you guys will really enjoy it.
All right, so everybody that's focusing on listening to this televised FM radio special, Food for Thought, we're going to get into that song, Focus, and we will return. Enjoy the music.
Big shout out to James and Allison over at Food for Thought, WPPM 106.5 FM. We're locked in. The song is called Focus. Let's go. All we need is some space and time. I will give you back the time. Tell me it's love that you want, and it's not about breaking up. I got what you want and need, but I'm okay to set you free, yeah. Cause I will always know that what I got for you is impossible to be what you need from me. It's like we stand in two different places, letting the ocean water rise. You've got a lot to choose. It's dividing you. I will always be about love. It comes down to me and you. Focus on my love. Don't leave me there. You've got what I need to go far. Focus. Share a bond only heaven knows, and I am just afraid to let you go. Communicate telepathy, don't know how to let it be. You and me losing energy. Erase all mistakes from the past, and I will try again. I do my best. One apology too much to ask. Can we finally get our love back? Oh, you wanna be free. All you need from me. Somehow that's a pill in the fog. It's too far away. focus on my love. Don't leave me there. You've got what I need to go for. Focus on my love. Don't leave me there. You've got what I need to go for. Whoa, focus on my love. Don't leave me there. You've got what I need to go for. Focus.
All right, so we're back after the song Focus on the televised FM radio special, Food for Thought, WPPM 106.5 FM with special guest Brendan James. And I'm your host that goes by the name of James Hatcher. All right, so Brendan. All right, so what is one acknowledgement about yourself that builds your connection with individuals within the communities and compels you to use your music as a means of inspiration?
I'd say that I really just try to be an individual first. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't try to pretend that I'm somebody that I'm not. I just show up authentically myself, and opportunities will follow me. And then the things that are not really for me, they don't. And I think I'm more open to that. And I just hope that when people get to experience me or come in contact with me, they would see that authenticity, because a lot of it's missing now. Everybody's trying to be like the next person. So I lead with that first in everything that I do. I'm also faith-based, and I try my best to incorporate God in everything that I do. Of course, I'm not perfect, but if I could just reach out with my authenticity and make a difference in someone's life, you know, outside of just music, right? Like, music is something that I really, really am passionate about, but I will also want to be someone that serves others and help them. You know, there are people that are really facing really crazy situations in life. And yes, I want that song to touch them, but if there's something I can do in real life, IRL, to help them, that is something that I really find the most purpose in as well.
I think what connects you to other individuals in the community is your energy.
Wow.
You have such a genuine energy and sincere that people will pick up on it.
Appreciate
All right.
that.
So can you share as to one way that making music has enhanced your quality of life for you? And what is one valuable lesson from your songs that you may consistently integrate in daily activities and routines to maintain a healthy lifestyle?
Yes, so that's a good question. The way that I actually structured Focus was as if it were like a modern day R&B opera project, and it takes you through a journey of self-discovery. You know, there's a lot of ugly pieces in there, but at the end of the project, you find yourself in a space of gratitude. And for me, it was a project that really healed me. You know, I think the past few years, it was just like really bumpy ride in life. And, you know, this actually was the first time that I've actually introduced myself through music. You know, I had put like one single out on SoundCloud, but this was like my first hello to the world. And I wanted it to be something that showcased me as a, you know, coming into adulthood. And I just wanted to be like almost like a manuscript or almost like a love letter to other people that are going through that stage in life where they're changing, you know, things are changing in their lives. And at the end of the day, finding stability is really finding peace within anything. It may be a difficult circumstance, but you have to find gratitude. You have to find your higher power. And that's the journey that we all have to go through. And I just want that to be a reminder and focus, and really just focusing on the things that give you the most purpose in life, and kind of zero out and tune out the things that are negative factors that try to move you away from your purpose in life. So I think that's what the album did for me, and I hope it does for other people as they're continuing to dig into the project and discover some of the gems on there.
And I'm sure it definitely will, because of that speech right there alone. Yeah. That really affects people's way of perceiving their purpose of life and everything like that. So I appreciate that answer. All right, so give one reason as to why you may think it is important for a music artist to pay special attention as to how a song's title should correspond with the narration and the illustration of a song's content when presenting it to others.
Oh, well, I'm probably not the expert at this because I've had a lot of songs where I'm like, what should this song be called? And I'll just take what I'm saying maybe more than 5 times on the song, and I'll just say, hey, that's the title, because that's the recurring vocabulary term that comes up a lot. But I would say it is important.
Did you learn from that experience?
I learned from the experience, yeah, because funny story is, like, actually all of the songs, before I recorded them, they already had songs that the producer called them.
Okay.
Like Focus was called Love Dog, and for the longest time I was not bending on changing the name of that track, since that's what it was titled from my producer, and I just wanted to go along with it because it had a special significance to it. Like, that's the song title that I came to know it for. Mm-hmm. But then when I started writing to it, it breathed a new life into it. It wasn't a Love Dog anymore. It became Focus, because the story that we grasped from, a higher God, and, endowing that into me, the message through the lyrics, changed the nature of the song title. So I think
how did the producer take it? You changed.
It was good, because sometimes producers, and I'm sure you know this, they just call it whatever,
right? And
then they just put it in the folder, and then they'll send it to you.
Well, I think it helps to remember the production by, like, naming it, because sometimes when you don't name a production, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, you might lose it.
That's
and
true.
Everything like that. So
I'll say that my producer was very involved with this project, recording it, and he was very happy to have an actual song title for it, and all the other songs, because all of them had different names at one point. Mm-hmm. But he was very happy because, obviously Focus is like the biggest song on the project, and it has such a significant meaning, and it really is the reason why we called the album Focus, is after that song. So absolutely, that song title makes a difference for everything else that comes along with
but
that
it's
project.
So emotional, though.
It is a very emotional song. Yeah, it is.
It's very emotional.
It is.
All right, so speaking of, we can get into another song.
All right, let's do it.
So what song would you like to get into?
Let's try to do something a little bit more fun. There's a song on my project that I did called Fall Asleep that I think you guys would enjoy.
Okay, so just don't fall asleep on the song.
Don't fall asleep.
Yeah, don't fall asleep and everything like that. I don't think you're going to fall asleep on this song.
No, you're going to be jumping.
By yours truly, Brendan James,
yes.
On WPPM 106.5 FM, Philadelphia. Make sure that you enjoy the music.
All right. WPPM 106.5 FM. I'm chilling with Food for Thought, Allison and James. I'm here to drop my next track. I'm Brendan James, and I'm going to sing a song for you guys called Fall Asleep. Hope you enjoy it. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Why do I feel some kind of way? Why do I feel some other way? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Why do I feel nobody knows? Hey, yeah. You don't know the thoughts that invade me. If you ever try to take your love from me, just in case you fall asleep, I'll do anything until you notice me. Counting 1, 2, 3. You tell me that you always love me endlessly. Yeah, is that what I need? Take this broken heart back where it's supposed to be. I guess I'll have it in my dreams. It's not enough for me to be alone. It seems I can catch a wave. What about today? Making my confessions. What I did, I was cheating on you. Didn't mean to break your heart, and I don't wanna be there by myself. Yeah, you gotta believe me. Yeah, yeah. If I let this go, there'll be someone else in there. If I let this go, there'll be nothing but my withstanding. Can you understand me? Can you feel my loving? It's a lot of loving. One more time, here we go. Hey, just in case you fall asleep, I'll do anything until you notice me. 2, 3.
Tell me that you always love me endlessly. Is that what I need? Take me swimming, hopping with a guess I have it in
My dreams.
It's not enough for me to
Be alone, it seems. It's not enough for me to be alone. It's not enough. It's not enough. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's not enough for me to be alone. It's not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough for me to be alone. It's not enough for me to be alone. Fall asleep.
All right, so I didn't fall asleep. Brendan didn't fall asleep. Yeah, and that song was called "Fall Asleep," right?
Yeah,
Fall Asleep.
Yeah.
All right, so we're back with Brendan James. So from all the musical works that you have composed and experienced and make your experience of making music, what songs of yours that you would not only deem as one of your favorite songs to perform and listen to, but it is a continual inspiration for you to be reminded of your purpose of you sharing this message?
That's a very easy one, and we've talked about it quite a bit today. It's definitely Focus. And the reason why I keep going back to this one is because it was such a huge sacrifice to create it. There were a lot of CPU crashes in the studio.
It sounds like you reflect off of like what you sang in that song, your message in that song.
And the reason why I sing that
personally,
it's a personal thing that I went through. You know, obviously I was in a breakup at that time in my life, and it was a heartbreak song, you know, and I just wanted it to sound and feel like those songs that we used to listen to in the 2000s. And I was really inspired by Usher. I don't really want to name drop, but Usher has a song called Climax that I really, really like. And I wanted to go back into that era and kind of dig into, you know, some of the feels of what those R&B singers used to do. And that song really just is that one for me.
And you know what? Yeah. Just thinking about it, like, you know, as the musician, the composer of those lyrics, and you saying that you was going through some hard times. Yeah. Okay, around that time you was going through some hard times. Did you talk to anybody about that situation, or you thought it would be easier just to put it in a song so that way, you know what I'm saying, there won't be no conflict on other people's opinions about your personal situation?
Right, and that's that absolutely. So I feel like music was the safe space. And I wanted it to feel like a safe space for that whole project. And I feel like I got really lucky because that was an opportunity for me to really dial in. You know, I had that producer at the time, and we had a conversation to do a whole project. So that was like one of the first songs that I went in and started writing to. And I was like, let me just make this a whole story. I want this to sound like if people were to play this album from start to finish, they go through a journey of what this character goes through in heartbreak, falling in love, and then falling back out of love, and then, you know, finding, you know, gratitude in God. So that song really was the thing that kind of set the atmosphere for the project. And the personal experience is the stuff that I wanted people to, when they listen to it, I wanted them to feel some of that heartbreak, and I wanted them to see themselves in the song too.
So that was a breakup.
It was a
breakup song.
It was a breakup song, and I wanted it to sound like Climax. But
all right, so we're not going to name drop, but whoever broke up with Brendan at that time, this song is for you.
Yeah, she actually got married, but that's another story.
That's another story. All right, so that's a good thing. So let's see, what is one thing that you recognize within the genre of music that you produce that has changed from the time and the generation that you began listening and producing to this present time on a global scale in the music world, whether it's from yourself or from other musicians in the similar or the same genres?
Yeah, I would have to say my song No Rush definitely had some style and influences from the Motown era, Marvin Gaye in particular. I wanted it to have the kind of a feeling of new school R&B mixed with some of that old school vibe. And it really did give me an opportunity to give you some of the falsettos. I do a lot of falsettos, but that one in particular was definitely like an ode to that era. And I look back, as you know, I've talked about, people like Michael Jackson and Usher.
Right.
I look back to those people a lot. And they're really like the blueprint for me. They're the people that showed me how to present myself as an artist and to be professional. Like we were talking, I may not have this as a career, but if someone were to come to my page or to see me in a show, that level of professionalism is definitely what I'm leaning in from them. So just beyond like my musical inspiration, like them as role models, as professional role models is super important. And I think a lot of times these artists now, and I mean I'm just as new as anybody else, but I feel like a lot of them don't have mentors or people that they look up to. It's just like, I'm here, and this music industry never existed before.
Do you think that the generations now listen to the genre back in those times, and that may be the reason why?
Yeah, I think that there's a huge gap there. I think there are some people that do, and we know, there's quite a bit of artists that have resurrected that style of music. October London is someone that I'm thinking of. He's actually from my hometown, South Bend, Indiana. And there's a handful of other people, but the majority of the people that are coming out of the woolworks and really just riding off of the success of social media, it seems like it's more...
It's a loop.
Yeah.
It's a loop somewhere.
Yeah. It's definitely, it's changed. I think people aren't as appreciative as the decades before of previous styles of music. And even like, I don't even hear people sampling as much as they used to. I remember sampling was a huge, like, you remember people like, you should never sample, but I appreciate that now, because at least you're giving some kind of recognition to
sample of voice or samples of sound.
Of sounds. Like, I'm thinking like in the 2000s, there were, a lot of songs that sampled some of those 70s era music, and they put it in the hip hop and R&B. Yeah. I don't really hear that anymore. Yeah. I don't hear that anymore.
Well,
It's just like MPC, so it's just stuff like that. It's nothing
but
you can acknowledge.
I still hear it, but it's just, you have to be like outside of that box. It's more like, I wouldn't even say it's underground. Yeah. It's just where your attention is. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't hear it much, make it yourself.
That's exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly it.
So, this is a question that I thought was very interesting when I was introduced to you on social media. All right, so there was an interesting post on your social media that was posted on September 28th, 2025. The post had an image of two different environments divided by a long wall into the representation of two different lifestyles. On one side of the wall, it seems to be overpopulated with buildings and people, and on the other side of the wall, the environments seem to be more upscale with like fewer homes, spacious yards, and swimming pools. Above the images, it had a statement that said, "People think poverty is an individual failure rather than an engineered system." The response of that comment was a post that stated, "Can be both, but poor is a state of mind." When reflecting on the production of your musical content during your experience of composing, producing, and performing music, can you perceive in that maintaining an idea complements your level of success, and if so, why? So do you remember that post?
I do remember that post. And I was looking in through the lens of people actually in those situations, and it's actually, we call it gentrification.
Okay.
Redlining.
People think poverty is an individual failure.
Yeah, and it's actually being engineered, as we see, in cities. We live in two cities where it's, dense populations are experiencing that in rapid momentum right now.
Okay.
And, in the sense of music, and it's very sad because people are being displaced from their homes and being pushed out of their communities, and sometimes not even at their own will, or they're being bought out. So my heart goes out, and it
goes beyond social media.
It goes beyond social media, but it's also in the context of music. I would have to say that because there's so many options right now of artists to choose from, to listen to, maybe to sign, it's sometimes feel like you can get lost.
Feel like it's diluted.
It feels like you can be, it feels like you can be lost. And there is now becoming a divide, just as that post mentioned, of those that are signed, those that are not signed, those that are being recognized for their hard work and, energy for being an artist, and those that are not. Mm-hmm. And that can be discouraging for people
because I think some people that, listening to music and stuff like that, they kind of getting tired of it. They're affected by it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And so I guess that would, make people, look within, musicians and stuff like that. I think even some musicians that might have looked to other musicians for, influence and stuff like that would, be affected by it. Might wake them up.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I'm one of those artists that, as I mentioned, is very drawn to what worked in the past. And no, the industry is not the same, as we see a lot of those record labels that were investing in the artist development, and they had extra money to build artists. It's not like that anymore. So you really have to do it yourself, and find your own path.
Yeah. Do you think the accessibility of how, I wouldn't even say, would I say performing artists or people that tend to make music, is it a benefit or a hindrance to putting out the music? Because you said it, people can be lost because there's so many people putting things out. Yeah. And some of it,
you can get lost in the sauce.
Wouldn't really seem like music.
Right, exactly. Well, here's the good news, and I think me being here today and the things like having platforms like this is how you get your voice amplified. It's not just putting the music on DistroKid and the, streaming platforms.
And that causes a domino effect.
It does, yeah. And that, it's just more than just putting the music out and hoping that people will discover it. You have to get out into the community and show yourself, show your worth, and do like this and talk to people, because I've started to see it through the lens of how can I be involved in my community? How can I show up? How can I travel to different cities and share my music with other people through my live performances? My merch. Sometimes I have a merch store that I bring with me.
Okay.
Yeah. I have like a table of, I created booklets, album booklets. I'm sorry I didn't bring any today, but booklets. Yeah, for the album. You remember back in the 2000s, there were album booklets inside of CDs? I did that for this project because I wanted it to be a throwback to that era. And I have liner notes in there. I have a thank you note. I have images, very high resolution images.
Okay.
And all of the tracks listed there. And it's just unique ways that you can kind of do that. And it showcases your personality and you connect with people. Because at the end of the day, that's the most important thing is like you are selling yourself to others. And hopefully that will continue to get your name out there, and then you're building something around you that's valuable beyond just posting music and hoping for the best that people discover it.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of, we can get into another song.
All right. Let's do it.
So what song would you like to introduce?
I have a song on my project called Too Cold that is pretty fire.
All right. So we're going to get into Too Cold and everything like that on WPPM-LP 106.5 FM with special guest Brendan James. And we will return.
What's up, good people? I'm dropping the next song called Too Cold off of my album Focus. I hope you guys enjoy it. It's Brendan James. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah, 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 yeah. I was there for all. Time, keep talking to myself. You can understand me now that it's over. Celsius is dropping down, getting colder. You can come around, tell me now. If you love like I love, you'll be down. Tell me now that you're cold. There's a pressure, I feel like I wanna love you. You don't love me. I see the need to be. Why do I feel like you don't wanna love me? On the sunny, you don't wanna be 100. I don't wanna let you go, I confess when I did. Why you make it seem like I wanna lose you? I don't wanna lose you. I don't wanna lose you. I don't wanna lose you. I don't wanna. You're so cold. You're so cold. You're so cold, getting cold. You're so cold, getting cold, getting cold. You're so cold, getting cold, getting cold. You're so cold, you're so cold.
All right, so we're back on WPPM 106.5 FM, televised FM radio special titled Food for Thought. I am the host that goes by the name of James Hatcher, the one and only, and with special guest Brendan James. All right, Brendan. So when it comes to societal interaction, which we have been discussing this whole presentation, and I really appreciate this conversation. Yes, when it comes to societal interaction, can you mention as one way that musicians can possibly take on leadership roles as to setting examples of conduct and influencing the livelihood of others?
Yes, I would say if you have a skill and you're really good at something, try to coach someone or develop someone. You know, these music industry executives, they ain't doing it no more, so we have to do it for each other. Right. Some of you guys that have been out here producing and songwriting for a long time, find you a mentee to, bring up and give some tips and tricks to, because there are a lot of people that want to learn still. And yeah, you can get a book and you can YouTube stuff, but sometimes just human interaction and having someone to shadow, it also makes a difference too. So, and the reason why I'm saying that is because that's something that I eventually am going to be getting into as well, just to kind of keep myself sharpened. And also because when you sharpen someone else, it just shows how advanced and how wise you are.
Right, but you want to balance. You want to balance that out by having your song incorporated with.
That's true.
What you're doing.
That's very true.
So if you had an opportunity, you saw like. With your business, for example, how do you incorporate your music within that business, right?
Absolutely. So it'd be Brendan James Inc. I currently don't have an Inc. yet, but that's something that I would love to explore, once the business venture presents itself. But just an idea. I right now, I'm happy to say that I'm signed to a label, and I'm very excited about the future. That whole shout out to Audio Wave Records. Okay. We have great things in store. I have some new music coming out. Okay. And just really excited about that venture and the next chapter in my career. Yeah.
So, do you think outside? You said outside of music.
Yes.
So, for musicians to possibly take on that leadership role. That can draw them into the music, even if they don't promote it. So what do you think, give me an idea that you think a musician could possibly take on a leadership role outside of their music.
Oh, outside of the music industry.
That could possibly lead them into the music. Like others into the music.
Yeah, outside of music, I'm sorry, I misread that question, but I think, I don't do music full time. Just as a disclaimer
Really?
to people, no, I do not. I
Okay.
do not. That is something that I would like to. I'm in sales development right
Okay.
now, so that's why I talk. And human psychology is something that I'm intrigued by. So yeah,
Are you independent or with a
so
organization,
I work
corporation?
for higher education right now. Yeah, so I've been doing this sales development since COVID, and music is something that I've always been passionate about. But I'll just be honest, I'm one of those people that I didn't have the equipment, I don't have the home setup, and I do it. I go to a studio, I invest in my music because it's not like I can just go and just do it whenever. But so when I go to the studio, I'm very prepared for what I'm going to do, what the content is going to be about. But yeah,
have you ever thought of the outcome of what it would be like to make music for the sales organization?
It would be incredible. I would love to be, as I've always dreamed actually, of being a session writer. And for audio waves, I would love to do that. But for sales development to be what it is for me right now, and just my living expenses and living in New York, I'm not complaining. Like I said, at some point I would like to pop off and do it full time, but that again is a lane that you have to be very dedicated.
It's a process.
Yeah,
it's a process.
Yeah, it's a process, and you also have to be very dedicated because it's like an aquarium. Everybody's trying to get to the same thing. So if you want to go that route, and you are full time like me, maybe look at. I'm trying to think of a role that you would want to explore. You just go in there and intern.
Right.
Go to a studio, go to a recording studio, and just start as an intern and just work your way up, learn the ropes, make some connections, go to some of those mixers. And I'm preaching to the choir right now. Like I'm so passionate too. And I think that me recording my album has opened a door for me to explore so many different avenues that I'm excited about the future. But yeah, I'm still working full time, and I'm sure there's a lot of people out there like me that have to do, what they got to do to make it work. But shout out to all of you out there because it's not easy.
And then you got to think about it, like, as a musician, even a musician full time, they wind up turning around and starting their business anyway. So either way.
That's true. Because it's like, the lifespan of being an artist, it's,
Yeah, you
it's
always
short.
got to have.
Yeah, what's the next step?
Yeah, you always got to have something outside where, if you're running a business, then you could reflect, your music off of that business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like for me, being I'm a musician as well, but, me being an illustrative artist, and stuff like that, and I make my clothesline and my paintings and stuff like that. When I'm ready to chill out with the music, you know what I'm saying, I'll just set up my artwork and play the music videos and stuff like that. Subscribe to my channel.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying, and then get that that other type of resources or whatever coming in.
I would also say too, and this is something that I'm working on. If you're a part of a label as an artist, maybe you can look into exploring being an executive where you can start signing artists and kind of move past just being the artist and actually have a stake at helping to bring in new talent, scouting for new talent. That's also another option as well.
Just to make sure your name's solidified.
Exactly.
All right, so I got one more question. Is there a particular practice or exercise that you do that keeps your singing vocal tones in great condition?
Yeah.
And if so, for anyone that is working on enhancing their singing tone and does not prefer to exercise that particular exercise, what do you have any other techniques that you could recommend?
Yeah, so I do YouTube exercises. There's plenty out there. Just do vocal warm-ups. 10 minute, 15 minute, 40 minutes, whatever you can contribute daily is going to help you to really loosen up your vocals and be stronger. I forget the name of the university that I do online for my voice warm-ups, but there's so many out there, and it's so easy. Like, you don't have to pay anything just to Google it and pull it up real quick. But yeah.
Okay.
Do those warm-ups.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, it was a pleasure having you here. So for anyone interested in obtaining your music and adding it to their playlist, what online platforms and locations can they find it? And for anyone interested in booking you for on-stage performances, what contact information would you like to extend to them?
Yes, absolutely. So for bookings, you can email me at Brendan James. That's going to be BRA90090@gmail.com, or you can find me, Brendan James, on Bands in Town. That's actually a platform where you can request me in your city. And
can you spell that out?
Yes, Bands in Town, BANDSINTOWN.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can request me there, and I'm also constantly putting new bookings there where I'm going to be at in cities. I'm doing a regional tour right now, just staying primarily in this area, but I've been requested to visit other cities. But in order for me to come out there, just request so I can see how many people want to see me elsewhere. And then as far as my music, you can stream me everywhere on all streaming platforms. You can check out the project. It's now streaming. It's called Focus, and it's been out since about a year now. So happy to share that with you, and I hope you guys take something from it. Yeah. And then Instagram. So I have Instagram at Brendan James Official, BRENDAN James Official. I'm usually posting updates on there as well. So
all right.
Yeah.
Well, it was a pleasure.
Yes.
Definitely having this conversation with you.
It was.
And I bid you the best of success and everything like that. I know your music is very impressionable.
Wow.
And once somebody hears it, you know what I'm saying, it lingers. It stays with them and everything like that. So that's a wrap for all attendees. I thank all attendees for listening to this televised FM radio special, Food for Thought. You can reach me on my Facebook page, James Hatcher. Also, make sure you check out the previous episodes of Food for Thought on my YouTube channel, James Hatcher. Just type in Food for Thought televised FM radio special. Make sure you also can go on phillycam.org and check out previous episodes and things like that. The book, Food for Thought, Literary Concept to Theoretical Reasoning, based and inspired on this motivational conversations that we have with the special guests here to inspire the growth and the development of this community and everything, because that's what it's all about. It's all about us being a collective and, bringing each other up and inspiring each other with the special talents and gifts that we have and putting it in a sense of purpose. So until your next endeavors, take care of yourselves.
All right. Thank you so much for having me. What's up, everybody? It's Brendan James. It's been an absolute pleasure being here at Food for Thought with James and Allison. This is WPPM 106.5. My last song for you is called Southside. Hope you enjoy it. The sky is a part connected to heaven, supernatural. Don't forget to choose well where you are. It's all who you are, superstar. Feeling like you're letting go, but I don't want to lose control. Tell me what's been on your mind, 'cause I've been missing all the signs. Making poor decisions, but I forgive you of your sons. Let's recalibrate the right way, 'cause it's almost like where I'm going. I pray to God day and night every hour. Hey. I pray my soul that keeps me safe on this journey. Don't let me get too far away from your grace, 'cause that's a safe place. Come over to the south side, over to the south side. I can make you feel right. I just wanna clear my mind, just to clear it off of my chest now. Just wanna feel louder the moment in time. Come over to the south side. I've been going through a lot of things, don't wanna take it out on you. Just need a little time to myself, and we can figure out us who.
I just need to say a few prayers. Let me get back to you, 'cause loving you is all I do. I wanna love myself too. Oh, 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 yeah. One more time, here we go. Feeling like you're letting go, but I don't wanna lose control. Depending on your energy, 'cause I don't know what's best for me. Feeling like I'm losing pride, 'cause I can hold it all inside. But you wanna take a ride to the south side, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, 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 oh. Throw me your grace, 'cause that's a safe place. Come over to the south side. South side, south side, south side. Oh, south side, south side, south side. Whoa, whoa, energy, 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 energy. Hey, Southside. Salute.